Good.
Okay, cool. What up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of
Slob on
Between
me and
Us. Okay, let's try this again. One, two, three.
Slob on the pod.
I was really you fucking hate you. I think you go along with my shit. I was really hoping you were gonna say the other thing, and we are gonna go back and forth for like 10 minutes.
I just had a feeling you were gonna say slob on the pod, so I kind of.
I should have known better that you were gonna say that.
Exactly.
I should have fucking said Between Me and You. Okay.
Welcome to Between Me and You.
Welcome back to the episode of Between Me and You.
Episode 12.
Is it? Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It is.
yeah.
It is. It is.
Dude, I can't wait till our 52nd episode because that's gonna be our 1 year anniversary.
52nd?
Yeah.
That's
That's
such a-
52 weeks.
That's such a terrible number.
Yeah, but it's 52 weeks.
Yeah, it's not the prettiest, but it'll work.
It'll work for
Yeah.
our 1 year anniversary.
Are we gonna do like a giveaway?
Yeah, we're gonna actually auction off Jordan.
I get you guys get me. Actually, you know what? Funny thing you brought that up. So I don't know if you guys did this, but when I was in high school, I remember we did. Shout out to Liquid Death for not sponsoring us yet, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
But yeah, I remember in high school we had this thing, and I remember my senior year they changed the name because all of a sudden it was like a bad way to name it. But so what you would do is like you'd have like a spirit week, and then on Thursday or Friday you'd have it's like almost identical. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
I swear that shit's so good I could just chug it.
And I know, and
Like I have to remind myself, like, yo, this is not they aren't cheap, so like
it's three for
enjoy them.
$5. So
Yeah. But going back to my story, so I remember in high school, I don't know if you guys had this. So we had Spirit Week. At the end, they would have, I think it was called Senior Slave Day.
What?
I swear to God, not in fucking in this little town in Calipatria, California. They had in the high school it was called Senior Slave Day or Slave Day or something. And pretty much what happened was anyone that was, or obviously the seniors.
I don't like this.
I know. They'd pick like like throughout the week you could like pick names of people that would want. So like obviously the most names with like the top 5 seniors guys, top 5 senior girls, they'd get picked. And so the lower classmen could pick, like they could almost like you, what is it called? When you like you have money and like they call the names out and like, oh, $20, $40.
An auction.
An auction.
Yeah.
So you would do an auction. And now I think about it, like now talking about it, because this was back in like 2007, 2011, like that area. So it's a little bit like at the time I was like, cool, like I'm a slave. I'm a senior slave. Cool.
Like,
and I didn't think anything
like
bad
that.
of it. I know. Now it's like terrible. But I remember that was a thing that like you'd bid and like whoever the highest bidder would win. And so the following Friday,
so they would win
a senior. So the following Friday, you could dress that person in whatever you want. You could make them do whatever you want. I mean, to an extent, you know,
of course,
within the high school limits. And I remember that was a thing. And so I was like, that's like kind of crazy because like I remember my senior year, I didn't do it. I didn't put myself in the thing because I was like, that's insane.
Nowadays, that would not fly.
You know what's crazy though?
I'm offended.
You know what's crazy? I remember someone that I graduated with, this nerdy dude. He ended up dating for like a week this one girl, and she was pretty. And this was probably like our freshman, sophomore year. Senior year, he ended up bidding and he gets her. And I swear, dude, it was so sad. Like he would take her to class, and he took this shit to the extreme. Like he would bring her to class, and he'd be like, "Hey, can you go get me a pencil? Go sharpen my pencil.
Wow.
Go get my paper for me." And she'd have to go, and he also was able to dress her. So he made her wear like funky clothes, made her like put like makeup all over her face, like just, and it was so fucked up because everyone knew what he was doing. Like you were a loser, and now you're just pretty much like, and this girl, like she wasn't like, he was like nerdy. Not that nerds are losers, but like at the time he was like a loserish kid, you know, like didn't have a lot of friends. And like he dated this one girl that was pretty, and it's like now he's just taking advantage of that. Like, oh, you broke up with me? Well, I bought you, so now you have to do what I say. Technically, because school rules. Yeah, dude, it got to a point. I remember I was in history class, and we had class with him, and he was doing all this shit to her, and eventually she started crying and just left the class.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
And
I was like,
I
what was
remember-
her tipping point? Like,
Yeah, and I remember even as like a kid in high school, I was like, that's so fucked up that you would do that, but it's funny. But now that I'm older, I'm like, how did that school even allow that? Like, how did not let alone just that kid that he was like doing this to this girl, but the fact that the high school was like, no, come on, he paid for you. You gotta do it. Because like if I'm not mistaken too, I think the money went towards like so that person wouldn't get the money, but it'd go towards like their class.
Oh, okay.
So like so
I guess
it was to help it was to help the seniors. So the money they made off bidding off the seniors was what would pay for like our Disney trip.
Oh, I mean, it still doesn't make it any better, but
honestly, dude, the Disney trip was pretty fucking lit.
Okay. So it may be worth it.
So I was like, yo, shout out to Crystal from Calipatria High School. No, just kidding. That's not even her name. You can bleep that out if you want. I'll bleep it out just because I think it's gonna be a lot funnier. Maybe I should have said the name. I'm sorry, Crystal. Oh fuck, I said it again.
Oh god dang,
I'm
dude.
sorry.
That was whole story. I was like, oh my god, this is like legal prostitution in high school. Like, but like they were legit your slave, as in like you said, go sharpen my pencil, go get this, go. Yeah, I would not do that.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I remember like, because I was thinking like, I kind of want to be a slave because then you you have a whole day where you're not even in your own classes.
That's true.
So I was like, for that. Yo, someone bid me. I was like, go higher. Like, I really wanted someone to get me.
It was like white chicks when they do the bid. He's like,
oh yeah,
$50. Like, hey.
No, Dude, we just watched that the other day.
Yeah.
Yo, White Chicks is another movie still holds up to this day.
Oh, I love it. I don't think they'll ever make a sequel or
definitely
be
not.
able to.
Definitely not. I mean,
great movie.
How do you feel about White Chicks? Like, does that take on a whole nother blackface?
Yeah,
is that similar?
I feel like it goes both ways. I mean, I feel like if
just
you're
like
not
you?
that race, yeah,
You go both ways.
I'm like I'm not really Mexican. I just paint myself brown every day.
I know. I always consider myself like a wiener.
A wiener?
Yeah.
Why?
A white beaner. Because like, dude, I swear.
A wiener?
Have you never
white
heard
beaner?
that?
No,
Really?
I've heard of coconut.
What's that?
Brown on the outside, white on the inside.
That's a good one.
Yeah, see,
I'd rather be called a coconut.
Yeah, I was like, you're a wiener?
I always got called a wiener.
That's funny.
I was like, I'm not even white. They're like, yeah, but you don't know English and like
you don't know English.
You eat ramen. I mean, you don't know Spanish and you eat ramen. You're pretty much white,
dude. So I actually got to witness this. I went to his job, and someone tried to speak to him in Spanish.
Oh,
and he's like, "Do you speak Spanish?" Or he's like, "Habla español? Do you speak Spanish?"
And
then
the guy asked me.
Yeah, but you turned around and you didn't hear him, so you walked away and he got kind of. He was on the phone. He's like. So he got kind of angry at him, and I was laughing because he doesn't know I'm his friend. And then like he was helping him with something, and then like he started talking to me while he was helping him at the same time. He's like, "Hey, I'm in a hurry. I have 30 minutes."
Oh yeah.
I was like, you were like, you rolled your eyes, not rolled your eyes, but you gave me the look. I'm like, just give me later.
No,
just
like
give me later,
dude. Honestly, okay. So let me tell my side of the story because you make it sound so bad. So I was working.
Bad for him,
I know,
not for you. Though.
I know, but I was working. So this guy comes, only speaks Spanish. But no, I remember he started off speaking Spanish, and I was obviously because I understand it. Yeah. So I understand like un sandwich, mayonesa and mustard or whatever, how the fuck, jamon, all that shit. So I get it.
Damn.
So like at one point he was talking to me in Spanish. I was responding in English, and I'm like, and eventually he was like, oh, like in his head, I'm pretty sure he's like, oh, he doesn't speak Spanish. So out loud, he was like, you don't speak Spanish? And I was like, oh, no, I'm sorry. And I heard that part. Yeah. And so then I said, and then he's like, okay. He's like, spinach, cucumber, and all that shit in English. And I was like, you could have said in Spanish, but whatever. But so then, and then you said I ignored him, but I didn't hear him. No, you gotta remember, where I work, there's a glass shield because of COVID. There's a glass shield. Oh, I make sandwiches. I work at, man, I really don't want to do this.
You don't have to say, and that's why I never even said
It's fine. It's fine. I shouldn't be embarrassed. I'm making money. That's all that matters. I work at Sprouts. A lot of you guys that don't know what Sprouts is, because I was talking to my buddy that's from Texas, and I was like, I'm working at Sprouts the other day. He's like, what's Sprouts?
It's like a Whole Foods, right?
They don't have that. Yeah. So I was like, it's a Whole Foods, yeah. So imagine a Walmart, but like fancy. Like people that there's three types of people. There's people that are healthy. There's people that want to be healthy, and there's people that are like, I need to go on a diet, and they're like, I'm gonna go get food from Sprouts, but they get all the wrong foods. So they're like, as long as I'm shopping at Sprouts, I'm healthy, right?
That's good.
Yeah. So anyway, this guy. So I work at the deli. It also I also have to make sandwiches, and so this guy came up. Like I said, he asked me, "Do you speak Spanish?" And I was like, in Spanish, he asked, habla
Hablo español.
Hablo español. And I was like, oh, no. And so he's like, okay. So he started speaking to me in his broken English. And I understood it. And I guess at one point, and no, Andy was behind him because he was coming to pick up something for the podcast. And I guess the guy had said something, and I didn't hear him because we're behind a glass shield. Obviously, I'm making sandwiches, so they don't want people's germs on that.
Yep.
On top of that, everyone has to wear a mask. I have to wear a mask. The guy doesn't have to, but he was. So it's really hard. And then there's music playing in the store, so it's really hard.
It's even louder.
I tell people all the time, like 3 times they'll have to be. I'm like, I'm sorry, and I'll go around the counter. Like, I'm sorry, like, that. Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry, I really can't hear you. And they're like, oh, okay. And I'll tell them, like, it's the mask, the shield. They're like, I get it. This guy was just not having it, though. And I guess I ignored him, didn't know that. So I asked him, I was like, do you want me to toast it? And he was like, huh? And then I was like, do you want me to put it, like, heat it up in the back? And he's like, oh, see. So I did that. As soon as I put it on, like, if you put the press on, it doesn't mean it's done. So I put it on. Andy's right there. I'm talking to Andy, like, hey, like.
Really quick, too. It was like.
Maybe, not even a minute.
Not even.
I turned around,
like
went to Andy, and I was like, oh, yeah, the hard drive's in the car.
Like, I'll be right back. Like,
yeah, and I was like, let me make this sandwich, and then I'll go get my keys, because my keys are in my locker, and then you can go get it. And he's in like, that, yeah, go ahead.
He's like, hey, I busy. Like, I have 30 minutes, like, for my lunch. And, like, you said you saw him, like, 20 minutes later.
Oh, yeah. So he's like, hey, can you, like, hurry up? Like, pretty much saying, like, can you hurry up? I have only 30 minutes for lunch. I'm like, okay, yeah, my bad. I get it. So his sandwich had only been in the press, like, maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Not enough to even toast the bread. So I'm over here, like, scraping it off.
You still have to wait.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. I was like, fuck you then. Like, here's your sandwich. Not even hot. So whatever. That happens. Andy's like, and Andy saw that. He's like, you know, it's cool, man. Like, just drop it off later. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So he leaves. Probably about 20, maybe even 30 minutes go by. I'm going to go take a break. I go take a piss. And our restroom, we don't have, like, an employee restroom. We have, like, the restroom with all the worker or everyone else that comes and shops, all the store people. So I'm in there taking a piss, and I just have this thing. If I'm taking a piss and someone walks in, I happen to look. I just want to know who's coming in. You know, someone fucking coming in with a gun, or I don't know. I have to look. So I happen to take a look. It's the same fucking old man that he's also talking on his. I don't know if I told you, but yeah. So when he was ordering his sandwich, he was not FaceTiming.
Just talking on the phone.
Yeah, but like out loud, what's it called?
Speaker.
He was on speaker. Yeah. So he's like talking. He's talking to me. He's like, oh yeah, that, and then he's like talking to his conversation, and I'm like, oh, what kind of cheese do you want? And he's like, hold on, and then he's like talking. I'm like, okay.
Like, and you said you were in a hurry.
Yeah, and I'm waiting. So this guy comes in 20, 30 minutes into the restroom, and I'm like, you're still here? Like, I made you a sandwich like 20 minutes ago. I thought you had to be, like, in my head, I'm thinking, like, I thought you had to be work. I was so pissed, dude. I didn't even wash my hands. I just walked out and made someone else another sandwich. I was so mad.
He wore gloves.
I put my gloves on, obviously.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that was funny just to see that. Like, I liked your face. You gave me like the god damn, like this fool.
Yeah, because I was just I was like, really? Like, and for the most part, I love customer service.
You were super nice to the person before.
I love
you were super nice to him too.
Yeah, I love customer service. I love when I can talk to people and like, I love when they come in a shitty mood. Like, yeah, give me a sandwich with wheat and then make it with that. And I'm like, okay, sir. I was like, would you like bacon? They're like, yeah, give me bacon. And I put some, and I was like, do you want more bacon? Or like, is it going to be extra? I'm like, I don't charge you. It's fine. They're like, oh, okay. They're like, yeah. And I'll hook up their sandwich, and they're like, man, thank you. And I love changing their day, and I love just making them feel like a piece. Like, I know they leave like, man, I was kind of a dick to that guy. Because then I get it.
Yeah.
I work with some people there, and I've heard how they react to people and the responses. So I get it. They just assume everyone's like that. But I love that. I love that I can kind of change someone's like, oh, this guy's cool.
Yeah. So Eric, he's super into customer service too. Oh, like, whenever we've gone out to eat and stuff, he's like super nice to the people.
Yeah.
And we've both like encountered it when like the bartender or something, like they're like, what do you guys want? Like, okay, cool. And like they goes, and he likes talking to people. Like, he legit like, hey, like, how's your day been? Like, oh, what did you do today? Like, were you busy? How's it been busy? Blah, blah, blah. Like, he actually likes when talking to them.
Yeah.
But it's funny how he reacts to like the people. He's just like, all right, like, you're not going to talk to me.
Yeah.
And it does like ruin your like experience, because you want to like talk, especially if you're a friendly person, which I feel like we both are pretty friendly. And like, you want to be able to like talk and like not build a relationship because you're like gonna be there for like what, like an hour or whatever. But it's still cool. Like it's still cool to like laugh around with the bartender, especially if you're gonna be there for that hour. Like you want to have a good 1 hour. Like.
Yeah, and also it's just like you don't want like someone with a shitty attitude serving you, like whether it's food or drink, because you're just gonna half-ass it. They're gonna be like, man, fuck this guy. Like that was only half a shot, but who cares? You know what I'm saying? Or that was only like, it just shit like that makes me mad. So it's like, I like if I'm on the other end, like I'm the worker, I like to make the customer happy. Same as if I'm a customer, I like you said, like if especially at a bar or like restaurants, like I love to make the people laugh, just to say little things like
it's just fun. Like, dude.
And it's like I feel like you're having a shitty day at work. I hope I'm that one customer. Like, you know what, that one guy, that one family, like they were fun.
Yeah,
it kind of made up for that shitty day.
So I've never worked in the food industry, and I've worked at Carl's Jr., but that's really not like waitressing or whatever, like a waiter.
I've never been a waiter, yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted to, just to experience it. Like
or a bartender.
Yeah, or a bartender, yeah. And Marley was a waitress at one point, and she just told me some like really fucked up stories, like not fucked up stories like to her or anything, but like it would be like a party of 10 or party of 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know how you automatically have to like tip. I think this restaurant didn't do that, but. Like she would be like on it. She would bring them waters if they want more drinks, if they want salsas, if they want anything. She would be on it, and they wouldn't tip her like at all.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
You know,
you spend like an hour with this people or more.
Yeah,
especially with a big ass party, and they're just like, I'm not gonna tip.
You know what's crazy is I remember when I was in Colorado, I had a buddy that he told us like flat out, like even his wife was like like every time we go out, he doesn't tip. What? Like he doesn't tip at restaurants, doesn't tip at his barber, nothing. He never tips, and his thing was like you got that job to make that money. Like just because you do your job, I'm supposed to tip you. Like that was his mindset. Like just because your job is to wash my dishes, to pick up the food after I'm done eating, or to bring the food out to me, like I'm supposed to give you extra money because you did your job. He's like, it'd be like if he's like, do you tip your plumber? Do you tip the people? Do you tip the people at the car wash? Do you tip the people that do your oil change? I don't like oil.
Car wash?
Oh, no, car wash, yeah. But car wash. But I'm just saying like stuff that you do normally. Like do you tip the guy at McDonald's? Like and you know what? I don't believe in it, but he also made sense.
I get it.
I get it.
But
yeah.
Waiters don't make a lot of money.
Exactly.
Like their hourly is
yes, but in his thing, and I'm telling you, like everything I brought at him, he was like, okay, but they knew that getting the job. So are they selfish people for being like, I'm going to get this job and people have to give me a tip, so that's where I'm going to make my money? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I get it. But at the same time, it's one of those jobs like that person relies on those tips.
Yeah.
That's where they make their money. But and he's like just because they get that job, I don't go to that restaurant and be like, this person only relies on my tips, so that's where I'm really gonna pay them. He's like, so because my meal's $45, I have to pay him, extra money for that. He's like, that's already a lot of money for a meal alone. So it was really like one of those things where I was like, man, you're such a piece of shit. And I was like, okay,
God damn it, I respect you.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
Yeah,
but yeah, so I don't know. That was something, and
I guess it's really hard. But I feel like, especially if someone does give you really good customer service, or is a waiter and like gives you good like service, like you want to be like, you know what, yeah, like I'll give you. And I feel like I am those type of people. Like I never under tip. Like I always tip like pretty good.
Yeah.
But like if they do like. If they were just like being an asshole or something, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go a little lower. I'm not going to give you the best tip that I would have given you.
That's what's funny is like, yeah, there's people that like, if there's like shitty service, like the worst service I ever had, they won't tip at all. Mm-hmm. I'm the type of person where like, even if you could spit in my food, bring out the wrong meal 3 times, burn my food, whatever, I'm still going to be like, okay, like my bare minimum is $3.
Mine's $5.
That's really? Yeah. Oh, you're better than me then. Yeah.
It's only $2 more.
So yeah, I guess, but like, in the long run, that's a big amount.
Yeah.
Because that goes from this person's $10 to this person's only $6. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big step. But what I'm saying is like if they fucked up, I'd be like, all right, well, this person's only getting $3. But I would never be like, this person's getting $0.
Yeah.
Like, same. I'm gonna put like next time do that. Like, I would never do that just because.
Dude, yeah. And why?
I don't know. I also hate when I go to restaurants with people that make a big deal when they mess up their.
Bro. Yes.
I have so many aunts. So many cousins that like, And it's funny because it's one of the things that's not normal.
Do you get embarrassed?
Yeah, big time.
Dude, it's just like they're
Big
talking
time.
to them and it's just like I'm not with them. Like I'm
Like,
over
no,
here.
yeah.
Like I'm
Dude,
over here
there's
to
so
the
many
side.
times where like
Oh.
that person's complaining and then they'll be like, well, is everyone else okay? And I'm like, oh, my meal, this is perfect. This is really good. Thank you. Thank you. This is
Yeah.
great. Can I get another drink, by the way? However you made it, same thing. Like I would just, because I already, man, right away I'm like, oh no. Like the minute it comes out and that person's like, that's not medium rare. I'm like, oh, here we go. Because like, dude, like I'm a medium rare guy. Like as far as steak goes, if that shit comes out well done and burnt, I'm like, it's meat, you know. But I'll eat the mashed potatoes and whatever else comes with it. Like I don't.
Do you feel like you're more like this though because Saida was she was a waitress too?
No, I've been like this since I was a little kid.
Okay.
I've always not felt bad, but I've always seen like how much work they put in. Like
Yeah.
And they're constantly they're constantly dealing with like say 5 tables. 2 tables could be the most amazing tables, and you got 2 other tables that are like shitty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're dealing with a bunch of emotions. They're going from one table that's happy to the next table it's like you're the worst fucking server we ever had. So it's like, man, cut them some slack. On top of that,
That's
like
true.
you said, it's not a job that pays a lot, so they rely on those tips. So I'm like, man, half this money that I'm spending on this meal doesn't even go to you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I get the tip part, and I'm totally all about it.
Yeah, dude, same. Like,
But now once I met Saida, and you know, as all you guys know, she was a Hooters girl, and she'd come home complaining like about this, and it makes sense now. And so I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So and I love it because now she has that perspective. So when we go out, she tips them well because she's like, I know they're paying. So mine's still $3. Hers is about like $10.
yeah, dude. $10?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
pretty. Yeah, if you guys ever see us out and I'm with Saida and not a different girl, then like totally, totally.
They're like, oh, he's not with Saida.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
gonna help
different
him
girl.
today.
No, yeah. If you see me inside out, you want to be our waitress because Saida's gonna hook you up.
Like
Even if you're shitty, she's like, $5.
like, all right,
Yeah, she's
well,
pretty nice.
Me and Marley too. Like, we've gone to Angry Crab, and we're pretty fucking nice people. Like, even like tipping and stuff. Like, we try to be nice, especially like when we're done with our food. We actually start stacking up our plates.
I do too. I clean it up for
Like,
them so it's
pretty
less
much
that they
it's
can
just
grab
like
everything at once. And
let's go.
They don't have to pick up all the forks and all the napkins. Yeah.
So we went to Angry Crab, and like once we were done, she's like, "Hey, like you guys were great. Like I just had a really bad table, and like thank you for being so nice and being so patient. Like anytime you guys come, just request me, and like I'll be there to help you guys. Like and now every time we go to Angry Crab, like we just have like our own waitress now because she just really liked us, and because we were like actually nice to her. And I'm just like, you told us like you had a bad day." Like, it was that bad that you had to go tell, like, these random strangers, like, thank you for being nice.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, my God.
It's sad, right?
It's
like,
really sad.
Thank
like,
you for being a human being. It's pretty much what they're saying.
Exactly. Dude, it's just like, really? Like, and like I said, I'm always just like, I try to be nice to everybody. No matter what. You can be an asshole to me.
Yeah.
I'll still be nice to you. Like,
Same.
Unless it gets to
No,
point.
I love killing them with kindness because
exactly.
no matter what happens, no matter
Selena
even,
Gomez.
even if you fucked up, what?
Kill him with kindness.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. Marley has got me.
The only Selena I know is dead, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, Selena.
No, my cousin.
Oh.
My cousin. Oh, that one too, yeah. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, no, I totally get it. Like, that's just one of those things that it's just like, I don't know, like just come on, help them
Just
out.
be nice.
Just be nice.
Just be nice to everybody. Like that. I think I've talked about this. Maybe on your podcast too.
What? Started something.
Oh well, I told my brother. I remember before going to high school, I told him I'm like, when you're in high school, make sure you're really nice to anybody.
Everybody. Nerds.
Yeah, everybody.
Weirdos. Yes.
Don't call them nerds. All crazy. No, but yeah, I told them be nice to everybody. I'm like, you really do not know when you're gonna see these people in the future, and be like, hey, like there's like Abraham, like no matter what, like that guy was always nice to me.
Yeah.
And like legit, like I've had people like from middle school like send me messages like, hey, like Andy, how you doing? Blah blah blah. Like, hey, good. Like, how you been? And I remember she told me, she's like, you were literally my only friend in middle school.
Oh.
Like I was like, you were literally the only person nice to me in middle school.
That acknowledged me.
Dude, yeah,
I've had that
what?
too, yeah.
Like I'm like, really? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that's always been my number one rule, just to try to be a nice. Like, and if I've ever been mean to you, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like that must have been like,
you know,
a weird instance.
You must have really made him mad.
You must have really made me angry.
Dude, I remember this one time. It's always stuck in my head. I was going to school here, actually. I was probably in, what's McGraw, like 1st to 5th grade?
Yeah.
So I was probably like 2nd, 3rd grade. Ah, man, I remember this one kid. I don't know why he had like a stutter or he had like a lisp. He had something wrong with his speech. Nicest kid ever. But he was always like, I guess when I was younger, he was like not with the cool kids. Mm-hmm. I was hanging out with like a bunch of kids and like he just wouldn't hang out with us, and he was always weird and always talking funny. And I remember one time, like some of my friends, and I feel so bad saying this, but some of my friends, I guess, had pushed him down, and we were like it was an after school program, and I kicked a Lego, and he fell and he hit his face, like he fell on the ground, and I kicked a Lego and it hit him in the mouth and it busted his lip.
Oh damn!
Or like a block or something, I don't remember. And so obviously I got in trouble because he snitched on me, and I was even more mad at him, dude. 2 days later, and I got suspended for like a day or two. 2 days later, I see him again. This kid had got me, or he gave me like it was a ladybug magnet to put on your fridge.
Yeah.
He gave it to me because he said he was sorry that he snitched on me.
Wow.
And dude, I remember,
makes you feel even more like
dude,
shit, huh?
I was so like, oh my God, like what did I like? Why did I even do this? Fuck those other kids. Like I remember, dude, like to this day, I still randomly like once a month I'll think about it. I'm not even joking. I just remember thinking like, because I think about like Bullies, and I'm like, I could never do that. And I was like, I did that once, and I was a piece of shit. And like from that point on, I remember that was like such a huge thing, because from that point on, I was always that kid. Like if anyone got picked on, I always stood up for them, because I was like I always just saw me, and I was like, and it was me telling that person, like me telling me like, yo, don't fucking do this. Like you're better than that. Dude, and I always got beat up.
I remember you told me stories like in high school that you've...
Yeah. I had some bully problems, but like I didn't shoot up a school or like...
God. No, and it's crazy because I feel like we've all done something where we try to act cool, like in front of friends, and then you think about it later and you're like...
And that's what it is.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and that's what it is. It wasn't something I did to be cool. It was just something, or it wasn't something I did because I was really mean. It was just something I did because the friends I had at the time were like shitting. They're like, they did it, and I was like, well, everyone laughs when they do it, so maybe if I do it, I'll get a laugh too. And I'm sorry if this kid's probably not listening, and I don't even know if he's alive, but like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I still wish I had this fucking that magnet. It was. I remember putting it on the fridge and being like, God damn, like, it makes me so sad thinking about it. But yeah. So fuck bully, dog. Fuck me.
Fuck bullying.
Fuck. It's 8-year-old me.
Yeah, dude. I know, dude. It's so bad. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, and I'm going to start making fun of Jordan. So we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Okay, and we're back.
We're back.
What happened?
We need no claps this time.
Oh, I know.
That's fine, though. I still figure it out when we do it.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to edit.
We just look stupid when we do it now.
Yeah, we're just... So, Jordan, what happened this weekend, dog?
I worked, paid some bills.
What's your favorite football team?
What's a football?
What's a football?
Okay, so I know what you're getting at, Andy, and it's not funny, okay? It's not funny because wait till you lose, all right?
I lost my first game.
Yeah, you guys lose all the time, so you're used to it. That's why.
It's funny. I lost my first game, and I lost my first fantasy team. First game. And then, second week, Cowboys win, and I beat you in fantasy football.
Yeah, but, so, if you guys are wondering, my favorite team is the San Diego Chargers.
Yeah.
That's right. I said San Diego because they're not L.A., all right?
Lame.
That's the L.A. Rams. We just share a stadium with them, so fuck that. It's going to come back.
Go back, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so I'm a Chargers fan. So, funny enough, last week, we won, and I won fantasy, and I was like fucking second place on a roll.
Yeah, you were.
This week, Chargers lose, and we're 1-1, and fantasy, I'm also 1-1. So I'm not mad about it. The only thing I'm mad about is the fact that I lost to you, and the fact that I lost to the Cowboys. And I explained my hate, or like the reason why. One, I'm not a Cowboys fan, and two, I don't like Cowboys fans. It's not the Cowboys at all. Like, I think the Cowboys are a badass team. I think they have such a dope team.
A lot of people say that.
I think they have a beautiful stadium. I've been to it. I actually, when I was in Texas, I took it was off season, so it was a lot cheaper. But I did like a whole tour of the Dallas Cowboys stadium. This is the new stadium, like 3-4 years ago
in Arlington.
Yeah, dude, it was so nice. I love the jerseys, love the people. Anyways, but just the fans fuck it up for them, dude. Like, you guys can lose a whole season, and the one thing you're gonna be like,
we them boys.
Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, DC4L, fucking Dallas Cowboys for life. Like, dude, so much shit. And it's like, and I get it. A lot of people do that as well, but
we them boys.
I feel like Cowboys are like the worst at it. So the fact that I lost to that team, I just knew all the stuff that
my team,
and the fact that I was at like a Cowboy house and I lost to my fantasy to like a Cowboy fan, like it just really hurt.
My name is the Sea Boys.
Yeah, come boys, come all over you. Coming boys.
Well, if you saw us on Instagram, you saw that we were watching the game together. So that was fun, just because we actually that's the first time we ever watched the game together.
That is true.
And then it happens to be the Cowboys Chargers, which was a good game up until like the last 2 seconds.
It was a fucking great game. So I told Andy, like, this is my take on it. And you guys, if you guys are Chargers fans, maybe you agree, maybe you don't. Maybe I'm just a sore loser. My thing is, we're not the greatest. We know that. So whenever you guys talk shit like that, Chargers, you haven't won. Like, we know we haven't won a Super Bowl. We know, we know what we are and we aren't capable of. We just love. Like myself, I fell in love because I love lightning bolts. I'm not gonna fucking lie.
Really?
Yeah, because
that's cool.
So supposedly when I was younger, I was a Cowboys fan. That's one of those things that your parents dress you up as. I don't have no control. I can't be like, hey, I don't like this team. Don't dress me in this when I'm one.
My parents gave me a Raiders jersey.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Look where you're at now. I can't. I'm not safe here. I'm sorry if I'm spiking, guys. I don't like cereal.
So that was Marley.
Yeah.
That was for our Halloween special. All crazy.
Yeah. Dude. I want to get to that real quick. But anyways, going back to football, I fucking
going back to football.
That. So like my thing is with the Chargers, like, we're not the greatest. Our team, we know that. If it goes to overtime, more likely we're gonna lose. Like, I'm not a shitty fan. I'm just realistic.
Yeah.
I don't like and I told Andy, like, every week once football season starts, that's why I hate football season, because once it starts, Monday up until whenever we play, I'm just having a great week, and then when that day comes, say Sunday, for instance, this last Sunday we fucking lost. Well, that's the tone of my next week.
Yeah.
It's just going to be shitty. It's going to be everyone making fun of my team. It's going to be, how are you going to do next time against the Ravens or whatever the fuck? And I just get so much shit for it. But at the same time, I told Andy, I was like, we know we're not good. So for us, it's a win-win. We almost beat the Cowboys. So they're like, that's a pretty good team. And you guys almost beat them. If we would have won, it's like, holy shit, you guys beat a really good team. Good job. So either way, like, the way I feel is like, man, we played really fucking good.
He said it was a win-win for his team.
Yeah. And I'm like, I think like, I'm just like, maybe that's like the negative side of me, but I'm like, we'll get them next time.
Yeah. I mean, I love the Cowboys. I mean, I feel like it's been a family thing that went from like my cousins Theos, so not from our side of the family, but somewhere else, because they're actually from Texas. And then I didn't know, but I actually have like trash can and like I have like other like Cowboys things. And yeah, I just in high school when I started playing football, I played only like 9th grade. I started watching more football, and then that's when I got super into football, and then the Cowboys became my team. And my dad, he's a hardcore Mexican, like he loves soccer, but then I don't know where I started playing football. He started watching football. His first game that he actually watched was a Cardinals-Steelers Super Bowl. So he
in person?
No, on TV.
I was like, oh shit, his first game he went to a Super Bowl?
No. Yeah, imagine. No, yeah, so he watched the Cardinals-Steelers, and he loved the Cardinals, so he's like, all right, I'm a Cardinals fan.
And that makes sense.
And so he found his own team. Cool. I happen to have Cowboys, everything. So, yeah, so I love the Cowboys, so every time they win. But we've been having shitty years, too, so that's why I'm like, every time we win, I feel like we're like, all right, fucking let's go. Like, let's get another win. Let's get another win.
You know what pisses me off, too, is like, at the end of the season, when the Cowboys don't make it to like the playoffs or anything, and they have like a shitty record, everyone's like, "Oh, we'll get them next year." And I'm like looking at their record, I'm looking at ours, I'm like,
"It's the same thing."
Ours is like the same thing or better. And how come we get so much shit?
Yeah,
like for the Cowboys, like every time, like when they're America's team, they're always. We talked about this during Thanksgiving. It's always them in the Lions. Like, why? Like, so if they lose every fucking game up until Thanksgiving, they still get to play that primetime game. Like the whole fucking world or whoever's watching that.
But I told you why. But it's because they have the
most
loyal fan base that watches it.
And that's the thing is I was like, so you guys are a bunch of loyal losers. That's what I said. You guys are all used to losing, so it's like, Yeah, we fucking lose. So what? And I respect that. The fact that you guys are like, yeah, we're fucking losers. Fight us. And what? You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Yeah. Dude. Like, I have sex with my mom. And what? It's like, dude, it's not cool. It's not a cool thing to brag about.
Dude, so I went to a Cowboys football game. It was the very first game of the year. It was 2018, I think, because it was Dak Prescott's and Ezekiel Elliott's first professional game. Okay. So that was pretty cool. And I remember, like, we were nosebleeds, of course.
That's the only way you can watch a football game in real life. Yeah, unless you're, like, really rich.
And then, so, it was all Cowboys fans. Then there was that one Giants fan.
He got jumped.
No. He actually didn't. People were talking shit. People were talking mad shit. People were getting all pissed off because we actually lost that game. And so out of that year, they only lost 2 games that year, and then the playoff game, of course. But they only lost 2 games to the Giants. So they got swept by the Giants that year. But that one guy was like talking so much shit, and it was funny. I think it's funny. Like, I'm not gonna get into your face. Like,
oh yeah,
like I don't think it's worth it like that much. But like, I guess it depends. Like, if you start getting in my face because your team lost, and I'm just like, okay, well,
yeah.
So I would never. Yeah, I would never like. Well, get the fuck out of here, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, dude, like I'm not gonna get in your face for that. Like,
dude, when you're above the age of like 10 and you're arguing with people because of a football team I totally get it. Like, I'm a huge Chargers fan. Like, I have Chargers hats, I have posters.
But
like,
I do like talking shit. To keep that in.
See, I don't.
Yeah.
Because I also don't like it back to me because it starts making me mad, and then I get mad. Like, why am I getting mad off something I can't control? Yeah. So anyway, so like when I go to games, people are talking shit. I can easily ignore them. If I could be at a fucking Padres Dodgers game, which I've been to as a little kid. I was 18, so I guess I wasn't a kid, but I was 18. Like, me and my mom went to a game. She's a Dodgers fan. I'm a Padres fan. We went to LA Dodger Stadium.
Oh, she's a Dodgers fan?
Oh yeah, she's a huge Dodgers fan.
And I thought she was a Padres too.
No. So that's the thing. I strayed away from that because I was like, I don't like that. Like, I want my own thing. I want my own identity. I didn't know that. So yeah, so with that, like, I remember going to the game and so many people were talking shit. So many people talking shit to my mom, like, that's not your real son. He's adopted. I swear to God. And I'm over here like, hee. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, because I don't give a fuck, dude. Like, you could talk shit all you want. But like you said, the minute someone gets in my face or like throws something at me, that's when I have a problem.
Yeah.
Like that's when you like really, but like, yo, you could talk shit about some foreign ass player, some person I barely even know. I just respect them because they're on my team and I hope they take us to the Super Bowl. You could talk shit. You could say that they have sex with kids. I'll be like, okay, maybe they do. I'm sorry. But like, I'm not going to like fight you over it. Like, that has nothing to do with me. Like, I'm just a fan. You're a fan. You do your thing. I do my thing. You root for your team. I root for my team. That's it. But dude, like, I see these fights like in parking lots, like after games. These guys are like 50 and 60. It's like, you guys are like, and they're the core of their argument is the fact that their team's better than this team. Yeah. It doesn't matter if they won or lost that game. It's the fact that like they've had all these Super Bowls and it's like you're fighting over the past. Like, can you imagine if
something you have nothing to do?
Can you imagine if the whole world was like that?
Yeah.
Like every time we went to like France,
like we won World War II.
Yeah, like always like, and they're just like, okay, yeah, like so? The old, like your old people back in the day won it, but now we're cool, so like let's be cool. Like it's like we're still bringing that shit up.
I laugh about it because my cousins they talk shit because their friends talk shit on Facebook. So they just start going back and forth, and it's so funny. Shout out my cousin Juan because, dude, him and his friend, they go at it. His friend's a 49ers fan, and my cousin's a Cowboys fan. So every year, they're always like, oh, Cowgirls this, and then this fool. My cousin goes, oh, 49ers, blah, blah, blah. Dude, it's so funny. And, like, us as a family, we kind of just read those comments because it's hilarious, and we talk about it, like, at family parties. Like, hey, remember when you said this? Like,
you fucking loser.
Dude, it was so funny.
Remember you said you'd suck dick if the Cowboys won the Super Bowl? Well, they won, so you got to suck dick. Like, it's just stupid shit. Like,
oh, my God, dude.
I don't know. But you know what? Sports and betting and money makes the world go around. So
it's true.
Why not?
Since the beginning of time, sports have been around.
Yeah.
Gladiators.
That's where it all started. Do you really like? So I go back to. I love that you brought that up. Gladiators. Do you think like all the stuff we see in history was true? Like, do you think like gladiators really fought lions and bears?
Yeah.
In like arenas? That's a real thing?
Yeah, there's evidence of it.
Oh. Okay, what's the evidence? The fact that they found a bear and a guy with a sword and armor.
No, I mean,
bears
there's
underground, so like they must have fought right here.
There's been a lot of stories,
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So,
I guess there's no real like video evidence. Because,
that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah, like how do we really know?
Yeah, like one time I remember we did this this like little project in class. We started. I can't remember what it's called. If I say it, you might know, and other people listening might know. But like, so a teacher tells a student something. They whisper into their ear. They whisper it to the next person. They go all the way down to the end.
Telephone.
Telephone, yeah. By the time you get to the end, what the teacher said has nothing even close to what they said.
Yeah.
So I've always assumed history to be that way. We don't have video. We have pictures, which I still don't understand. Like, how the fuck did we get a picture of the first camera? Like, who took that picture? Like, I have so many questions. So it's like, and I feel like all that is just passed on stories. Like, my son, you need to tell this story. Eventually, that shit gets misconstrued to like, yeah, my dad was the emperor of this king. And they're like, no, your dad, like, everyone died, so he was the only one still cleaning up the mess, and he was the only one left, so that's why he's that way. Like, you know, like the stories get mixed up. Eventually, it becomes like this amazing story. Fucking centuries later.
But okay, so my argument to that is, in this arena there was thousands of people. So if like, let's say 3,000 people said the exact same story to 3,000 other people the exact same way, like,
it has to be real.
In the way that, like, yeah, like, just all these people like just keep figuring out more than 3,000 people, because that stadium I could think could fit like 5,000 to 10,000 people. The Coliseum in Rome. So I think that's the way. Yeah. So we do kind of just have to take their word. Like, oh yeah, they fought bears and stuff. Maybe they were just there drinking the whole time. Like,
exactly. And that's my argument towards this is like, a lot of times people tell crazy stories and it's like you talk to someone like, that's not really how it happened. That's that person's point of view. Maybe it wasn't a fucking bear. Maybe it was like literally a baby cub. Maybe it was a baby lion, but they're like, he fought a lion and it was fucking this big. And like one guy's like, I mean, he fought a lion, but it wasn't like that big. It was just like a cub. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but you can argue with dinosaurs. Technically,
those aren't real.
Well, that's what I mean. A lot of people think they're not real because their fossils aren't really fossils. It's mud that came into the structure that looked like the bone. So what we pick out is not a real bone. It's like
a rock.
A rock, pretty much.
See, my thing is dinosaurs aren't real because I wasn't born during that time. So, and like that's the thing is like we have all these people that want to prove this shit. It's like, what are you gonna get out of it? Like when we find out like dinosaurs were real, we're gonna be like, cool. They're not real now. So all we're gonna do is the same thing with UFOs. Like, cool, UFOs are real. All right, well, I still got to work tomorrow. You know?
Well, it's like that whole theory that if you can't see your back, like once you turn around, what is it to say that there was nothing back there before you turned around?
Is it the same thing as like the tree falling in the woods?
Exactly.
If no one's there, will anyone hear it?
Will anyone hear it? Yeah.
That's so stupid because it makes a noise, but no one's going to hear it because no one's there.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing is like people come up with these crazy ideas and it's like there's crazy ideas and there's simple solutions to it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, what's the simple solution of the history?
Of what?
Of anything.
Well, you got to give me one because there's some.
The Holocaust.
Oh, well, there's families. There's video. There's camera. There's pictures. There's thousands of shoes. Like, there's tons of stuff.
Let me go back. The gladiators.
I don't know about that. That's what I'm saying. There's this, for me, and
Let's go religious. Jesus Christ.
I mean, there's a Bible. No, I'm just kidding. Exactly.
But that's what I mean.
See, that's the thing. Like,
but there is that cloth. I think that's the one evidence that, like,
of course.
Like even science, like even if you're not religious or anything, like science has proven that there was a man named Jesus of Nazareth, and that was born during this time, blah blah blah, and then that his face was actually placed into the cloth.
Yeah.
So science has proven that there's this man that was born.
Yeah.
So I guess there's like that, but
like, do you think like years from now, when the Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl in like 80 years, they're gonna be like, there's gonna be kids that are like, there's no way Cowboys won these many Super Bowls. Like, look it up. Like
look it up.
Like, there's no proof.
Like the Browns have like 6 Super Bowls right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what?
Yeah, the Lions are like the #1 team right now. Like, what the fuck?
Like what? Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I guess yeah, it's true. We don't know. We kind of just have to take the word of a book.
Yeah. See, and I don't do that. Like, I'm like, okay, that's cool that you think that. And I'm just like, I have this idea. But I'm not going around trying to be like, yo, no, this is what happened. This is what happened. Like, I'm just like, and that's the thing is like people start to mix my conversation with like, like if I'm trying to make them understand how I feel, it's not that at all. It's just like I see it as if when you tell me like there was dinosaurs and this happened, I'm like, oh, that's what you believe? That's cool. This is what I believe. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying we're both explaining things that we will both never prove. So I'm like, there's no, like, why are we getting heated? There's no argument. Chill. Like, I'm just saying, like, you believe the Earth's flat? Okay, cool. Like, clearly it's not, but okay. But like,
really not.
You know, and they're like, okay, you said that, and I let you have your piece. Now let me tell my thing. But how come you get mad when I say that, you know, the Earth's round? You know what I'm saying? Like, just stuff like that. Like, it's just like.
So were you one of those people like in high school that like you heard a rumor and you're like, oh nah, I don't know, I have to prove it for myself?
Yo, no, dude, I heard of rumors and I would go straight to that person.
Okay, so
all the time.
Okay.
I'd be like, yo, so-and-so saying this, like, did that really happen? They're like, no, that's not how it happened at all. That's where I get the whole, like, stories can get mixed up. Because, like, you go to the root of the problem, you hear it, and you're like, that makes a lot more sense. Mm-hmm. That makes a lot more sense. There's no way that, you know, your mom said no, you couldn't take the car out, so you slapped her, beat her up, took the car anyways, and now you're at a party, and now you look cool because you beat your mom up and took the car, and now you have a car when you're, like, 16. Like, no, we know that's not what happened.
Everyone's like, that's not cool.
Yeah, first off, that's not cool. But secondly, I go to the guy and he's just like, no, like, I asked her, she said no, so I just kind of took it, but I didn't hit her or anything. I'm
okay.
Like, yeah, that sounds more believable.
So you were like that type of person.
Yeah, of course.
That went to the source.
I was a realist.
Okay. No, that's what I was asking, just because with
You're making me mad. Fucking getting pissed, dude.
God,
I can't believe this.
I don't want to talk anymore.
Just kidding.
No, but yeah, you were a realist in the way that like you would like to ask these people.
Yeah, like all these big things. I'm just like, there's always a simple solution. There's always a simple reason.
Like, okay, let me ask you this: like, what would need to happen for you to be like, yeah, there's aliens?
I know it sounds crazy, and a lot of you guys are like, well, it's not going to happen. But literally, I'd have to see a fucking UFO land in my backyard, or at least beam someone down, them come into my house, or me go in the backyard and talk to a person, or at least see a figure, not even a figure, like see like, oh my God, like that's not a human. What is that? And then they just leave and be like, that was probably a UFO.
Okay.
I've never seen that. I've seen lights in the sky. I've seen like strings of fucking like mist in the air that looks like weird colors. I've seen fucking things like lights go boom boom back and forth. I'm like, that's alien. I'm just like, that's probably like military or like some weird shit in the atmosphere that we can't see. Like we only see from down here. I don't know. Like, I just think that.
So let me ask you.
And it doesn't affect me not knowing if they're real or not.
Yeah. Okay. That that was my next question. Do you actually believe in aliens?
So I love this question. I'm just gonna say this across the board: Bigfoot, aliens, ghosts, haunted houses, all that shit. I don't believe in them, but I want to. I think it's a very interesting topic. I think it's an interesting thing to think that like this door could open all the way open and shut with no reasoning behind it. I think that's amazing. I think, oh shit, that's crazy. I've never seen that. I've never had that. I've never seen a UFO. I've never seen, an alien land on Earth. I've never, in all these videos I see, every single video, every single one. I don't care if the scientists, fucking NASA, anyone's like, no, this is legit. I don't believe it. 100% don't believe it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. Like, it's like, no, like I need to see it for my eyes. I need a ghost to open this door, shut it, and then like open it again and shut it again. Because if this door open, even if this door was to open, wide open and shut, I'd be like, the draft in here is really strong. I'm not even joking. There's so many times that like in my house alone, it's just me and my girl and the dogs. We're all in the living room. I'll hear creaks, doors kind of open or like make little weird noises. Yeah, and I'm like, well, the AC just kicked on, so that's probably why. Or like the dishes will be stacked and they eventually like they crash a little, and it's like, well, yeah, the way you stacked them, eventually they're gonna budge.
So let me ask you this, another question: would you want to experience that stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yo, I'm and I've said it on my podcast at Solve on the Pod. Sorry, I don't mean to say that again.
Fuck.
If you guys go over to at Solve on the Pod, I've talked about that. Like, I say it over and over. Like, I don't believe in ghosts, and I'm saying it in a way where it's like, people are like,
hey, don't bring that shit into my house.
Yeah, you keep saying that shit's gonna happen. It's like, let it happen. Let that change my mind, and I'm all open to that stuff.
Okay.
I'm down to go to a haunted house if I know that there's no one else in the house. It's just me and you, or like our crew. Like if I went to go do like ghost adventures, right? If I went into the house and they were like, you're gonna be in this room by yourself up in the basement, and we're gonna be downstairs doing our own thing. You're doing. I'll be like, okay, but like if I hear something, I'm just gonna think it's you guys.
Okay.
Like I need to know that the whole house is empty, and like it's just all of us are in the living room doing a seance or whatever, and some shit happens. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, that's pretty
real.
fucking scary.
Okay.
Like, I'm all open for that. So if you guys listening, I'm not even trying to be funny, but like, if you guys listening, please invite me to a haunted house. Whether it's your house, like, I would love to go to someone's like personal own home. Like, yo,
I don't bring this darkness into my home. I don't bring
burns. My eyes. What's in that? Is that alcohol? God, that burns.
Hey, tequila?
I was hoping you were like, it's just water.
It's just water. Like,
it burns, dude.
it's liquid death. Sponsored by. Okay.
Oh, we're gonna lose our sponsor. Like, liquid death burns people in the eyes. Ah, fuck.
Well, that's funny. Okay, so I think we're just gonna take one more little break.
And then get into our favorite part of the day.
Our favorite part of the day.
Cue of the day.
Cool.
Cue of the day.
Cue of the day.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
Bye. And we're back with Dark Magic over here, Mr. Jordan Natondo.
Ooga booga booga.
Booga booga. All right. And now, I think this is our favorite subject, our favorite part of the podcast, right?
Question of the day. No. Actually, real quick, I don't know if you saw my message when I texted you. I was like, I think we need to come up with like a little intro song to it.
Well, sing the song.
So not even a song.
I was just gonna put like horns. I'm pretty sure you already saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously.
An explosion. Explosion.
On the desk?
Exactly.
No, I wanted to do like... God,
Oh my gosh.
do that. I'm not safe at home. I'm not safe in my bedroom. I'm not safe at Andy's house. I'm not safe anywhere.
Okay.
Anyway.
So we got the random question of the day.
I wanted to be like the random question of the day, or like some like goofy like game show.
Random dancing. Oh, wrong.
Bring out the lobsters.
Bring out the dancing lobsters.
All right, you go
Anyways,
first.
Okay.
Or how are we doing this?
Uh,
I think I went first last time, but
yeah.
you want to
Okay.
do like
Okay. So okay, this is a good one. So, all right, let's say not with Saida. You go on a first date, and you know it's going good and everything, but you go over to her house, and her house is a fucking mess.
Ooh.
Like it's dirty, like, and she's like, "Oh yeah, like, it's a little. I just forgot to clean today."
I love this. This was an episode of How I Met Your Mother.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. There you go. So, do you continue and maybe keep dating, or would that be like a, all right, like, oh hey, like, nice to meet you?
You know what? That's tough. So first off, I'm not West Sider, right?
No.
All right, so I'm smashing, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I've probably been... I'm just kidding. No.
Hey, I'm getting it in and I'm leaving.
No, for real, though, for real. Like,
That's
I'm
funny.
not the cleanest person by any means. But if I know someone's coming over, even if I have the idea, I'm going to clean up a little. Also, like, if you're, like, saying, like, this person's, like, has dirty clothes everywhere and there's, like, trash and there's, like, empty cans or empty bottles.
like that.
Like, something, yeah, when I see that, like...
Like dirty, not just like oh, like
a mess.
Yeah,
but
like a fucking
food
mess.
in
Like,
the
like
sink.
clothes that she's like, that's my dirty clothes, that's my clean clothes, but they look the same.
Oh. You know what? Like the hoe in me is like, I'm gonna go a little far and see how this goes. But once like I get another red flag, like I need at least like 3 flags. I'm like a baseball person when it comes to like hooking up. Like I need 3 strikes and then that
But if
person.
you saw a rat, like,
I'm out.
I'm like, that's it.
It's like that one dude. I want to do a video, but it's at TikTok. It's like, would you drive whatever miles to go for the love of your life? And it's like, oh heck yeah! It's like, would you drive to Wisconsin or some shit? It's like, oh fuck no, that's me. It's like, would you go to someone's house that was dirty and it was this? And I'm like, oh hell yeah! It's like, but if you saw like a roach or a rat, oh fuck no, I'm out.
Okay,
That's how I am. So like, I guess it'd have to be like something really bad, but like a little, dirty clothes here, some dirty dishes. Man, maybe she had a busy week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would continue dating even after, or would it be just?
Oh
there?
no. Yeah. So that's okay. Cool. That's another great question. So yeah, if I saw dirty house, dirty stuff, that'd be like a one-time thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Okay.
all right, like this is cool. Like you're disgusting, but I'll do this one time and I'm out.
Okay.
That's probably that sounds very bad of me, but meh,
Yeah, I think I would.
very transparent.
If I were to walk in, I'd be like, oh, like you didn't clean up. Like I can wait outside for you.
She's like, I did clean.
Like, like, I mean, I can wait outside. Like, it's cool. Like, I don't want to, like, it's our first time meeting. Like,
Yeah, you
I
want
don't
to
want to come
house?
into your house.
That's that's another one.
exactly.
Let's go to my place.
But would you want her to know where you live?
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I was at the time. I guess if you're saying the outside, I was like in the military base, so they couldn't get on anyway. So like, so it was like a win-win for me. It was like, you know what room I'm in, but like you can never get on here.
Okay.
I mean, unless you, yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's a good one.
That's all right. Cool. Perfect.
I love that. All right, for you.
What is it?
When you go to the restroom, like public restroom, like mall, Walmart, Target, McDonald's.
Okay.
Do you every single time you sit on the toilet, like you have to take a dump? Do you put the little paper cover, the little seat cover, or sometimes you say fuck it, you raw dog it, and you just sit on there, no cover? Or do you have to have a cover, or do you float above? Like, how do you do it?
I wipe the seat,
and then you'll sit on it with no cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of times because that fucking cover like is so uncomfortable, and like I feel like I slide off sometimes, like or like the thing is already falling in there, or when I put it on there, like it just falls into it. So I'm just like, dude, like I'm fucking done. So yeah. So what I do, no matter what toilet, I think even my toilet, like we're not dirty or anything, but I just like to clean.
Just kidding.
Jump your ass up. Okay.
Marley runs in.
Hey, she's like, nah. But I just like cleaning the toilet, make sure, because if I fuck.
Andy said it.
No. Go. Oh no, but if like I feel like any wetness.
You're next. The dog.
Oh my God, watch out for ball.
Hey, the dog's like, fuck you, talking shit to him.
No, dude. If I feel like anything wet in my butt, like I'd be like, nope, that's it. She's just watching.
Do you ever
have a live studio audience?
You ever put a seat cover on and then like you think like, oh, I'm good, and you sit on it and like some wetness goes through the seat cover, and it's like, oh.
So that's why like I feel like no matter what I have to wipe the toilet seat.
So like have you ever gone into a public restroom where the toilet clearly looks clean, it's dry, and do you still wipe?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I do this thing. I don't know if you guys do it. I look at the toilet from like a distance because I feel like you can't really see it like straight on.
Have to look at the
and it's like, oh, I see a little dry pee, like the little glare, so I'll wipe it. But like if I see it, I'm like, that looks pretty streak free. You know, there's a little, MS-13 tagging on it, but I think it's good, so I'll sit on it then.
Okay.
That's the best too, when the people like tag on the toilet.
I don't.
You never seen people like scratch into it?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. The porcelain.
Scratch into it. Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever seen anyone like with a marker, but yeah, the scratching.
But yeah, I just had to ask because like all this week during like work, I was using the little seat cover, and I would that little flap that you have to rip out the middle.
Yeah, that's why.
So one time I flapped it out, and when I was sitting down, that flap went somehow into like my pants or my underwear when I was sitting down. So when I went to pull up to put my pants on, for the first time, like in a movie, I've never seen this. I walked out and the fucking seat cover was sticking out the back of my ass. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like I thought I had toilet paper in my shoe, so I looked and I heard like, and I look and I go past a big ass mirror. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm pulling it out of my ass. I'm like, this shit's really stuck like a movie. I get it now.
That's crazy too, because I've had toilet paper stuck in my foot like in movies.
Like a movie, yeah.
What the fuck? Like, this isn't real. Like
a long
yeah.
Because you watch it in movies and you're like,
exactly.
How did you not feel that toilet cover in your ass, or how'd you not feel that dragging that toilet paper? Yeah. And it's like,
yeah. So I wipe no matter what.
But I shower every night though, so it's cool.
Yeah, right.
Compared to some people. Get that dog out of here now. Get that dog out of here now.
No, yeah. So that's funny. So you clean most of the time.
If I look and it looks clean,
you'll go.
It is clean.
But okay, can you get sick?
Oh, I love this question because I think about it all the time.
Like,
I don't know
why. Why do we clean it? Like, it's just our assholes aren't actually touching it. But like, do you get like acne or something? Like, is it just dirty?
So like I've heard like even if someone had like AIDS and like they had blood on the seat,
you can't get anything.
Yeah, even if they had blood on the seat and you sat on it, the blood's not gonna like absorb into your pores and you're not gonna get AIDS. Like you'd have to have an open cut and sit on it.
I would get like your penis. Like, why you wouldn't want your penis?
Oh, dude, that's the worst. Like
to touch the urinal.
But have you ever had like when your penis touches like underneath the rim of it? Not like touch it, but like you're like, that could possibly. So you have to like push it down further. Like,
okay.
Dude, that fucking sucks. It's like, because then I think like, can I get like herpes or something? Like,
yeah. See,
if my pee hole rubs on like the rim or something.
I get that. I get the penis, but like, why your ass? Like,
that was always my thing. Like, I was always like cleaning, and I was like, why do I do this? Because once I found out like you can't get like AIDS or anything if you just sit on a dirty toilet. Like, nothing's really gonna happen unless you have like an open wound. So I was like, well, then I'm good. Like, I can't remember the last time someone slit my butt cheek open. So like, I just sit on it and then I'm like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's been what, 28 years later, I'm still good.
Yeah.
And I'm raw dogging toilets, public toilets, so I'm good.
What are you those people that can go bathroom anywhere?
I was not like that before until I was forced to take a shit in the middle of nowhere out in like the woods for the first time, and I was like, if I can shit here where I have to squat and like possibly fall back into my shit, I think I can sit on a public toilet. And actually no, the first time I ever had to take a shit in a urinal or
I was like, oh God.
Yeah, I had the toilet was fucking shitty, and I had to take a bad shit, and I just shit all over the wall of the urinal. No, I had to take a shit in a porta potty. That was once I did that, I was like, I unlocked a new key to I can shit anywhere.
The one time, so this is a funny story. The one time I felt like I could shit anywhere, I actually took a shit in a club.
I've never done that.
Exactly.
Never.
But I was with Marley too. Like it was to the point where I could not hold. I was like, okay, we have 1 more hour. I can hold it 1 more hour. Like it's fine, dude. No, it was like 10 minutes later. I was like, nope,
dude.
Like if I don't go, I'm gonna shit my pants, and that's just gonna make it worse. And I actually shit in a club. And I think once I shit in the club, I was like,
it unlocked it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like I can shit anywhere.
Yeah, that's what it takes. It takes one of those places where you're just like, ooh, I would never sit there. And once you get to that point where it's like you either do that or you shit your pants, then it's like, all right, I did that. I could do it.
Yeah, exactly. So there we go. All right. Well, anything else, Jordan?
I think that's it.
Any other shitty stories? Marley's here. Huh? Do it. Go.
And that's all, folks.
We got our thumbnail. Oh, crazy. All right. We'll see you guys for lucky episode number 13.
We should be like an elevator and skip to 14.
Should we?
That's out 13, right? Elevator? Yeah. And then we should get into it.
We're not an elevator.
I know, but like places do that all the time.
Do you guys want us to have guests?
Yeah, let us know, because we've been thinking like, is just us two not enough? Like, do you guys want to like throw in a little
like a little flair,
spice? Yeah.
Something?
Maybe get someone that's not like us, like super like PG-13, and we could just like see if they get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because we have a chair right here. You guys can't see it, but we're prepared if you guys want that, but we just don't know if, we want what you guys want.
Yeah, like it's between me and you, but like, do you want us to be between me and you and guests?
I always thought it was between me and then the guest was you, if we got a guest.
Okay.
Right now it's between me and you. But
so yeah, I guess just let us know down below.
We're one big me.
We're one big me.
All right. I love you guys.
M-E.
I love you, Andy.
I love you too, Jordan.
All right, we're out.
I love you guys. Bye.
Before I say anything else.